playing all this good music. And I finally, like, I want to say around like 15, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start learning how. So I listened to Suicide Silence like crazy. I loved Mitch Lucker. And like it was unfortunate too because like I remember being like, I think I was like 7 or 8 when he died, and like hearing about it, and I was like, no, dude, I'm like, he's so good. And then like growing up and finding more love for Suicide Silence and using what he did like to teach myself. And there's so many different things like that go into it. Like there's so many, and I'm not going to name names because like so they're still so big in the scene, but there's so many like bands that you look at and it's like, dude, you've blown out your vocals how many goddamn times? Like you have to take into account like fucking drugs, alcohol, like it doesn't fucking help your vocals. And so like I learned like to kind of like steer clear of that stuff, stay on the right path, and you can have healthy vocals and like learn how to do it properly. So for me, it was like Suicide Silence, Chelsea Grin, Asking Alexandria, Attack, even though like back in the day, crunkcore was not good. It was not good, but it still taught me like what I needed to know. And then like working around like, I guess, finding your own voice within those bands. I mean, like all I listened to is like very male-dominated bands, and it helped me out. Like, I guess my lows are where they need to be, so like I'm chilling, I guess.
Yeah.
I will say like it's probably I'm saying her catchphrase. She says, "I will say" all the time.
I will
not
I
stop
will
saying
say.
it. But yeah, I will say. In middle school, I definitely just started to attempt, not the American average. And I thought I was pretty good at it. And then it kind of just carried over to high school. And I was like, why am I still like doing this stupid joke? But eventually it just got funny because I would like go see Asking Alexandria like live, like, like with my friends and stuff. So I was like, it's just funny. It was just very relevant. It still is relevant to this day, like how much I love them. And then I was like a little bit too afraid though sometimes. Like I remember I tried to cover Prophecy and post it on YouTube when I was like 13 and I just only sang it. I totally did not scream it. I was like, I'm not doing this. And then I deleted it. It's not there anymore, which is just so sad. But no, that would be so awful.
If you have it anyway.
No, it's deleted. But and
you can send it my way. It's cool.
So yeah, I feel like I took a break, like a hiatus. Like I didn't take screaming serious enough, so I was just kind of like, oh well. And then eventually with Not Enough Space, I was like, I think it was 2022. Yeah, 2022. I was like just making a joke. I was like, well, what if we just got heavier? Because we had just played a show, and I was like, I don't know. Like I feel like we could, add some stuff to it. So the next like few days, we like started tracking our song "Tear Me Apart," and that was the first song I ever screamed on for Not Enough Space. And I was like, that was so much fun. Yeah. So I was just like, okay, we should keep going with this. So I was like, okay, and then I just practiced screaming a lot, and then I was just like, oh, this is really fun. So yeah, it was funny that the gap was like from middle school until like literally 2022, where I was just like not finding my footing. But now I was like, okay, I think that this band could use some screams. And I'm really glad that decision was made.
It is so awesome because there is that stigma of like, oh, well, one of you must scream and one of you must sing, but like both of you are in it. So I think that's really a unique.
Yeah, we both do it. I mean, like, especially on like some of the stuff that we have coming up, like I don't normally sing on like any of our tracks, and finally like put my best foot forward. I can't talk. Best foot forward, and like put myself out there to like be able to like sing with her and stuff like that, and then like we both scream. So it's cool. I like being able to do it with someone. You know what I mean?